On the news this morning, Supreme Court stops federal government from ceding oil wells to Imo State. Police arrest more suspects in connection with murder of Super TV boss Usifo Ataga. University of Lagos shuts down students' hostels over reported cases of coronavirus on campus. On the foreign scene, US to evacuate endangered Afghan interpreters. I am Ifiemi Andrew. The Supreme Court has granted an order of injunction refraining the federal government and its agencies from ceding oil wells at Akri and embedded communities to Imo State. The order was granted yesterday to stop a purported implementation of the ceding of about 12 oil wells to Imo State, pending the determination of a suit brought before the court by the River State government. In the ruling, the Supreme Court restrained the Attorney General of the Federation and the Attorney General of Imo State from taking further actions on the ownership of the oil wells till the disputes surrounding them are resolved. The River State Commissioner for Finance and Budget Planning, Isaac Kamalu, spoke to newsmen on the matter.
Next year, River State government filed a suit at the Supreme Court against the federal government, including our agencies, purporting to have done a demarcation, claiming to have awarded those fields to Imo State. So we disagreed and came to the Supreme Court. The court has directed that the Attorney General of the Federation and the agencies of the federal government should abstain from doing anything in respect of the matter that is before the court, pending the determination of the motion on notice, which has been fixed.
In another development, a high court in Port Harcourt is adjourned to August 19 for judgment on a suit by the River State government seeking to set aside the judgment, releasing 150 prisoners from the Port Harcourt Correctional Center. Justice Chiwendu Nwogu adjourned the matter after lawyer to the state government Chidieke moved the application to set aside the judgment of Justice Olor on the argument that the lawyer to the prisoners misrepresented facts and the judgment was secured based on fraud.
So today, the application to set aside the decision of Honorable Justice Olor was taken. So the council or the court to set aside the judgment based on the ground that there was fraud and representation of facts by us. So we also address the court on the issue that the court cannot sit on appeal over a decision delivered by his learned brother, Honorable Justice Olor, and the court adjourned the matter to 19th day of August 2021 for Ruson.
Well, that was the lawyer to the freed prisoners, Oluchi Omereji. The House of Representatives is expected to pass amendments to the Electoral Act 2010 today, barring any last-minute change in plans. The Committee on Electoral Matters laid its report on the Electoral Act 2010 Amendment Bill at plenary yesterday. The bill was referred to the committee on November 24, 2020. In the report, the committee recommended that electronic voting and transmission of results should be left at the discretion of INEC. The Lagos State Police Command has arrested more suspects in connection with the murder of the Chief Executive Officer of Super TV, Usifo Ataga. The Lagos Police Commissioner Hakeem Odumosu made this known during a parade of some suspects at the command headquarters at Ikeja yesterday without giving details. The Human Rights Committee of Nigerian Bar Association NBA Port Harcourt branch has urged the Commissioner of Police in River State to properly investigate the disappearance of one Callistus Adoyi since April 27. Chairman of the committee, Antonia Osademe, made the call when she led members of the NBA and the committee to the office of the Commissioner of Police. Mrs. Osademe said the committee is concerned about the abuse of human rights by some police officers.
Where a keke man was shot dead by your officer. But as a result of that crisis, some people were shot. Yes, other persons, that is the case we are now presenting. They were shot by the Rumokoro policemen, injured. And they were still the same people that took them to UPTH. And since then, that is how they have abandoned them there. We are seeking justice for them and appeal to you to please use your good office to ask a proper investigation on these matters.
Correspondent Seberuwari reports that the Commissioner of Police, River State, Friday Eboka, while responding, assured the NBA Human Rights Committee of better working synergy and promised to address all issues raised.
somebody was arrested at Ishokpo. That issue came up when during an interview, and I asked the area commander at Ishokpo. He said nobody was arrested, and I believed him. But since it's coming up again, what I need to do is to call the GCID to go and look into that matter. So this thing will continue recurring. So if it actually somebody was arrested and the person is missing, we'll get to the root of it. Somebody has done something wrong, you have to be taken to court and processed throughout, and they will know if court says he will be punished, he will be punished. But somebody to be missing just like that is improper. It's unheard of. We're not going to entertain it.
Still ahead, University of Lagos shuts down student hostels over reported cases of coronavirus on campus. Stay tuned.
You no longer have to miss any moment of the action. Listen to us from anywhere in the world. Download the Nigeria Info FM app from your app store. Tap the menu bar on the top left corner of your screen, select Port Hackers, and listen to your #1 news, talk and sports radio station. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
PDP in Rivers State has criticized statements by former APC spokesman Chris Feinberg that Governor Nyesom Wike failed to give account of how much the state earned in the last 6 years. Publicity Secretary of the PDP in the state, Sidney Gbara, in an interview, said the APC chieftain is worried because Governor Nyesom Wike surpassed their expectations.
The former governor of Rivers State and now transport minister at that same venue on the 25th of May 2015 told Rivers people that Governor Wike will meet an empty treasury such that he will not be able to pay salaries. But today, the present administration, led by Governor Wike, did not only clear the backlog of salaries they owed, but is up to date in paying worker salary and has also embarked on signature and legacy projects.
Governor Nyesom Wike on Monday, while giving account of its stewardship in the last 6 years as governor, said the economy of the state has improved. The management of the University of Lagos has shut down the student hostels over reported cases of coronavirus on the campus. Also, the management has also approved that lectures for the rest of the semester be delivered online from July 26. The decision was reached at an emergency Senate meeting held yesterday. Nigeria recorded 154 new COVID-19 cases earlier today. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) disclosed this on its official website. The new infections indicate a decline from the 161 cases recorded the day before. The people of Omokri community in Alu Clan in Ikore local government area of Rivers State have congratulated Professor George Will Owunari on his appointment and subsequent inauguration as the 9th Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt. In a statement jointly signed by the paramount ruler of the community, His Highness Alhaji Hassan Walewa, and the Chairman Community Development Committee, Prince Nduka Wolu, the Omokri people assured the Vice Chancellor of their continuous support for the development of the institution. They described the appointment of Professor Owunari as well-deserved, following his wealth of experience in administration and management. The statement prayed God to guide, protect, and grant him the wisdom to pilot the affairs of the university to a greater height, just as they encouraged him to also carry the host communities along. In business, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning Zainab Ahmed says the federal government has already initiated measures to ensure increased patronage of Nigerian-made vehicles as a way of encouraging indigenous manufacturers. She said this in Nnewi during the commissioning of locally assembled vehicles and an automated robotic spraying booth.
Mr. President has consistently supported local manufacturing in Nigeria to assist in creating jobs as well as boosting the growth of the Nigerian economy. In 2016, as part of measures to abate smuggling of automobile parts and its implication for assembly to the industry, Mr. President had at that time approved the restriction of importation of new vehicles to Nigeria.
In entertainment, Nigerian singer Two-Face says he will never stop celebrating musician San Sultan, who died on July 11. Tubaba promised to keep the family he left behind safe. San Sultan died after battling cancer. He has since been buried in New Jersey, United States. The singer, who died at the age of 44, is survived by his wife, 3 children and siblings. In sports, Lionel Messi and Barcelona have reached an agreement for him to sign a new 5-year deal. Messi has reportedly accepted a significant wage reduction to prolong his stay. Messi was a free agent after his contract at Barca expired, and he had courted interest from Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City since first revealing a desire to end his 20-year relationship with Barcelona last summer. 34-year-old previous contract was worth over 500 million euros. That expired at the stroke of midnight on July 1.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
The United States is set to begin evacuating Afghan interpreters who assisted U.S.-led forces during the conflict that are deemed to be at risk. The White House said Operation Allies Refuge is set to start during the last week of July. An official said the initial evacuation will include about 2,500 people who are likely to be housed in military facilities either in the U.S. or a third country while their visa applications are processed. It comes as the U.S. withdraws its forces from Afghanistan ahead of an 11 September deadline set by President Joe Biden. On the news this morning, you heard that the Supreme Court has stopped the federal government from ceding oil wells to Imo State in a suit filed by the River State government. The police have arrested more suspects in connection with the murder of Super TV boss Usifo Ataga. University of Lagos has shut down student hostels over reported cases of coronavirus on campus. On the foreign scene, we told you that the United States is set to begin evacuating Afghan interpreters who assisted U.S.-led forces during conflicts. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this morning. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for listening and have a great day.